Good morning, all of you. So, let's continue with Chapter 8 Cooperative Society. Today, I'll be discussing the advantages of cooperative society. So, let's begin. First advantage is state control. For a cooperative society, registration is compulsory. Statute, rules, and bylaws to protect the interest of members. Has to maintain books and records, subject to statutory audit of books by qualified chartered accountants, and functions under the regulatory supervision of registrar of cooperative societies. So these are various points under state control. So the next advantage is separate legal entity. A cooperative society has a separate legal entity or existence of its own, limited liability of its members, continuity of existence, which means that death, insolvency, or lunacy of a member does not affect the existence of the society. The members can enter into an agreement. They can purchase or sell properties in its own name, and a cooperative society can be sued or be sued. Advantage is democratic management. A cooperative society is governed by a managing committee or board of directors elected by the members of the society. It is managed on democratic lines. One member, one vote, irrespective of number of shares held. Next advantage is very important one. Self-help through mutual cooperation. Cooperative societies thrive on the principle of mutual help. They are the organization of financially weaker sections of the society. They convert their weakness to strength by self-help through mutual cooperation, and they fight against exploitation and secure a place in society through each for all and all for each. So this is the prime motto of cooperative society. Next is source of finance. Capital contributed by all its members is one of the important source of finance for a cooperative society. The members of the cooperative society can raise loan and secure grants from the government, and it can be only done after the registration of the society under Cooperative Societies Act. Next advantage is distribution of surplus. Distributes profits earned among the members on the basis of members' participation in the business of the society. Profits generated are not at the cost of its members. For example, in a cooperative society, consumer cooperative, profits generated by sale of goods to general public is paid as purchase bonus to members on the basis of goods purchased by them from the society. Next advantage is voluntary association. Members coming together voluntarily by choice and not by force, and can continue as long as they like and may leave at their will. Advantage is service motive. One of the basic objective or basic advantage of a cooperative society is service, to provide service to the society and not to maximize profit. A consumer cooperative store sells quality goods to members at a reasonable price, retaining a small margin of profit. In a housing cooperative, members reside by sharing expense on maintenance and repairs. Next, I move on to the limitations of cooperative society. The first limitation is lack of cooperation. Societies often suffer from personality differences, that is, different in thoughts and ideologies of members, ego clashes, selfish attitudes, lack motivation, and ignorance of or irreverence to principles or of cooperation. Next limitation is lack of motivation. Lack of motivation owing to societies being service oriented, not profit oriented. Extra efforts by any particular member not getting extra reward. Being aloof and not involved does not result in denial of rewards. Limitation is problem in management. Lack of managerial talent due to elected representatives lacking in managerial experience and expertise. Limited resources hampering outsourcing of professional management talent. Next limitation is dependence on government. Societies often tend to be dependent on government patronage and support in terms of grants, loans, subsidies, owing to inadequacy of capital, limited access to raw materials, lack of market and distribution of channel for products, vagaries of nature, leading to financial burden on the members. Last limitation is limited capital. Source of capital limited by limiting membership to a particular section of the society. No incentive to members to contribute more to the capital due to low rate of return, and government's assistance often inadequate for most cooperatives. Next I move on to the types of cooperative society. As you can see, there are various types. First is housing, second is building, retailers, utility, workers, business and employment cooperative, social cooperative, consumers cooperative, agricultural cooperative, and so on. So in these we will discuss few of them. So let's move. First type is consumers cooperative society, for protecting interest of general consumers by making consumer goods available at reasonable price, source goods directly from the producers or manufacturers, eliminates middlemen in the distribution process. Some examples of this kind of society are Kendriya Bhandar, Apna Bazaar, Shahkari Bhandar, Employees Consumer Cooperative Society. Next type is producers cooperative society. They protect the interest of small producers by making available raw materials, tools and equipments, machineries, arranging marketing and distribution channels, for example Amul, APCO, Bionica, Haryana Handlooms and Co-optex. Next is cooperative credit society. They are formed to provide financial support to members, accepts deposit from members, grants loan to members at reasonable rate of interest, for example village service cooperative credit societies and employees cooperative credit society. Next type is housing cooperative society. They provide residential accommodation to members, constructs houses or apartments for members, provides amenities and take care of maintenance and repair. Cooperative farming society. They are formed by the small farmers to pool small holdings and works to benefit on large scale farming. For example, lift irrigation, cooperative societies and Pani Panchayat. Cooperative marketing society. These society of small producers and manufacturers collects the products from members, makes available better marketing and distribution channels economically and sells in the market. For example, Anand Milk Union, that is Amul, Co-optex and UP Handloom are the examples. So I hope whatever I have explained today are clear to you. I want everyone to read and underline the main points and the keywords. So hope to see you in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.